Gentlemen, welcome to game number 3, the last and final game of the winners bracket finals of the GHQ SC2 tournament. First one ever. We have Everize and Diar. Now in the last game, Diar went all in with a 5 racks Marine and SCV push, and then after that failed miserably. He just had to get out.
Everize actually had a bunker up. That's what saved him from actually losing this tournament.
So, in the we're on the GSL or the MLG Daybreak, and in the top side of Daybreak we have our blue Terran player. He is Diar. In the bottom we have our red Terran player showcasing some excellent micro with his Marines to kill off a lot of the SCVs of Diar. We have Everize. So yeah, as you said, Everize had a bunker up at his front, full of Marines. Now, but Diar took it out, but Everize microed his Marines so well. He basically stutter stepped and killed all the SCVs and the Marines of Diar before he could do anything. Now, and Diar didn't do a thing in terms of micro.
Well, the thing was when he went all in with his SCVs, the bunker focused down all the SCVs. So when he broke that bunker, he gave him enough time to focus that Marines, while his other SCVs that he brought from his expo to be the shield against Diar's Marines.
Yeah, and again, Diar didn't do any targeting of the Marines. He targeted down all the SCVs, but it still wasn't enough. He moved in with probably about 8 or 10 Marines, but that's about how many. That's about how many that Everize came out with as well. So interesting. Now again, okay, Diar again, going out with a Rax.
By the way, hey Josh.
Rax first. So Rax first and a gas actually. So interesting. So this is not going to be the same all-in build that we saw before. We actually might see a little bit of a longer macro game as before. Now we do see the scout or the SCV going down for Everize. He is going to again going command center first. Really consistent with his build. Going for the command center. We should see a barracks pop up in about a second here, and there it is. There it is. It does go down.
He did actually go for his gas this time, so we might see a little bit of a different build from Diar this time. Maybe he'll expand into something different, or either that he will go for an early factory.
Now, actually, what would be interesting, I think what we actually since he said and told us in the last game, he had to cut corners in his build in order to get some sort of an edge over Everize. Now, what we might see him do, we might actually see him go with a 3 racks Marine Marauder concussive time. You actually know, there it is, a factory is going down. He's making me look bad. Factory's going to go down, so we're going to probably see a siege tank build. Now this barracks is going to be moving over to drop an add-on. Is it going to be
scouting the base? So Diar's actually scouting Everize out. Diar actually has a factory out right now.
And then the reactor.
Producing a reactor.
Yeah, so reactors are actually coming up. So we might see, we're not going to see a Hellion opening. We're going to see actually probably a lot of Marines and probably some siege tanks. Now, if he takes the second gas, it'll definitely be siege tanks. But for right now, we actually don't know. He is banking quite a bit of gas, but he really should be taking the second gas soon. Everize getting that natural up and running, and in terms we have 2 racks coming up for him as well. No gases or anything, so that should be interesting.
He actually put the factory onto the reactor, so
wait, what?
Producing Hellions.
What? We're getting a reactored Hellion opening versus Terran. This is something. Okay, this is definitely something that that Everize is not going to expect. We do see a second factory as well as another reactor suite. What is this? A double? This might be a double reactor Hellion opening, or it could be actually one of these builds. It's Hellion and Marine push. That's actually
He's actually building a second factory right now.
Yeah, it's a second. But what the second factory could be for? Actually, he could be getting a tech lab on that factory and researching Blue Flame. Now, it could be a Blue Flame Marine push. Now, that would be actually a very strong push because the Blue Flame roasts away all of the Marines as well as the SCVs.
Well, he has a second reactor up. We'll see if he lifts up. There he goes.
Okay,
he is going for a double
reactor. What is this? This is insane. I've never actually seen this before.
Just took both of his gases, so we will see where Everize goes with this. When he sees the Hellions, I don't know what he is gonna do.
This is interesting. I'm expecting. It looks like Diar actually might be going for a mech style, so that's interesting. Usually
And
don't see it
here
very
comes,
often.
Here comes
but-
Diar. He is actually going in. He does have 6 Hellions up, so we will see if his Marines can hold up to this. And he
Oh, the
does
Hellions
kill
come.
him
Oh,
off.
they're on the move command. He lost all of the Hellions.
Oh no!
Oh, man.
2 got into the base. 2 did get into.
One just went down though, but that's not going to be enough to do very much of anything. The move command. Oh wow. Okay, this is putting him really far behind. In terms for units though, we have 15 Marines out for Everize. Everize basically could go back and just kill Diar right now. He is still producing Hellions. Diar is producing more Hellions, and
There goes Diar. He is moving, and he is moving more Hellions out
Two
there.
Hellions at the Watchtower. Three or 4 more are on the way
No,
out
there's
to the
4 more
Watchtower.
on the way.
But losing those initial 4 on the move command was huge. Like he would have had a lot more Hellions to work with. But looks like these Hellions are doing a decent job of withering down the Marines. But the micro is pretty good for Everize. He is able to
Starport is
pick
coming
it
up
up.
for Everize right now. He is
Okay.
building a reactor with the factory, so he will probably put out the double medevacs.
Okay, so this is a pretty standard build coming up now. Oh, these
and
Hellions,
there he goes.
Hellions doing a lot of damage to these Marines here, but he is going to lose quite a bit of them. He actually
He
going to
is
lose them
doing
all.
very well macroing his Marines from being in a straight line. He is spreading them out. He did get rid of most of the Hellions, but he's not producing fast enough to counter this.
Stim just started though. Stim just started for Everize. So this is he's going to have to rely purely on micro of his Marines. Now there's a lot of Hellions. There are 6 Hellions out at the Watchtower outside. So we'll see what happens here. But no expansion or anything coming up for Diar. So
Hopefully he
he's
can
stuck
get
on
these
this one
medevacs
base.
out soon enough. They are halfway done, but
1 Marauder also coming out for him. This is a lot of Hellions right now in terms of how many. He has 11 out on the map right now.
he is
So-
also upgrading. That is the one edge that
Oh,
will be
he's
against.
pulling SCVs. So instead of a Marine all in, this is a Hellion all in. So he's pulling all of his SCVs out to the middle of the map, and he's going to be using that as the shield. Now consolidating all of the Marines and a Marauder together with his medevacs. I don't expect this to do a whole lot, but the Hellions need to move back. They need to be careful.
Coming in.
Oh,
he's pulling his SCVs
he's pulling the
for a wall.
SCVs.
And
Oh,
there
he's
we
lining
go.
them up. Oh, all of the SCVs are going down. The SCV's doing a great job of being a shield.
And there
But
goes Everize. He actually
Oh,
is
wow.
losing all of his Marines.
he's losing a lot, but
No, and
also
he does get through.
he actually gets through, but there's a lot of SCVs and Hellions back for a second push. Now,
And here he goes. He is coming
workers
in.
killed, 21 workers killed by Diar, so that was a nice trade there. But it looks like, yeah, all of these Hellions are going to go down with these Marines and the SCVs. He just leaves the game. No GG. No GG. Diar losing 2-1 to Everize. Insane series right there. That was crazy. So we have Everize advancing to the grand finals. Now we are going to go into the losers bracket finals with Diar, and then whoever comes out between, I don't know who actually won the last match. It looks sick.
Sick actually comes out, so it'll be Diar and Sick versing each other.
And in the next series that we're going to cast, and then the winner of that is going to go on again to face Everize. So we'll see how that plays out. Stay tuned for the next for the losers bracket finals.